Welcome to today's live stream. Berend, who was on the live stream, basically the progress he has made so far, what he has done, and change he has made, and also basically what is his path moving forward. And for you guys who wonder about Berend, if you haven't seen previous live stream, it's the first part that we did around 8-9 months ago. This is on here recovery from diffuse stinging after fixing scalp itching. So you can find it in the playlist for interviews that I have made with some of the guys who have been in the program previously. I can show you pictures of Berend back then when he was in the program. So kind of gives you a bit recall. So this is basically Berend's situation and his recovery during the program. And yes, Berend. So let's start with you.
Well, thank you, Alex, first of all, for this introduction and overall helping me. It's been a long time, like since the last time we did the video, and there has happened a lot. And yeah, I'm very excited to talk to you about this and with the audience about this today. So yeah, basically, I will share my screen as well.
Yes, now I can see it. All right,
cool, guys. So yeah, my name is Berend, and I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 20 years old, and I've been suffering extreme hair loss. Like I was shedding hairs upon hairs. Like I would easily shed up to 100 or over 100 hairs a day, very easy. And basically what happened was I kind of got lost at the pleasures of life and trying to achieve like things that were not good for me. Like to really make you visualize what happened to me was this, like when I grew up, like I got real fat. Before, when I was a little bit younger, you can see here, like I was disciplined, I was doing good in the gym, I was, you know, being really a man and just doing constructive things. But then I got, yeah, distracted, and I was chasing pleasures, and I was becoming very depressed. And this really got to a higher level when I started to lose my hair, because like even right here, it started to come up, the shedding. You can, I was losing hairs. I was looking fat. I basically did not even recognize myself when I was looking in the mirror. So this really was like a point in my life that I decided I have to make a change, and I don't want to be the fat, bald guy, but I want to be the fit, yeah, good looking guy. So I started my journey. And I did a lot of research, like on how to regrow your hair. How can I make sure my hair is not falling out? So I basically came across a medicine, and it's called like Finasteride or Propecia. And basically a lot of guys, they said on the internet, if you take this, it will most likely stop you from losing hairs. So I took it, and I basically did not experience the hair loss to stop. So that was, I took it for a period of time. And in this period, I continuously kept on shedding and losing hairs. And this was really like stressing me out, because my hair was becoming very hard to style. I was not feeling comfortable. And basically then it got even worse, because I don't know if you guys have heard of the term gynecomastia, but like it is, yeah, you feel like in your chest area, there's something is wrong. And I was experiencing this kind of side effects from finasteride. And yeah, also in the prostate, I was experiencing things that were not normal. And I did not have it before I took this medicine, this finasteride. So I basically was like, well, I am not going to take this for the rest of my life. This is not a solution for me. So I basically, yeah, still was very depressed and very anxious about me losing my hair, because like it got really bad. Like I almost got to the point that I was like, I will shave it all off for now, and maybe I will get a hair transplant. But it was really, yeah, very bad situation. I was not happy. I was obsessed with it. I was checking the mirror all the time. I was like, oh, is it looking better from this angle? Is it looking better from this angle? And yeah, I was like not very comfortable to speak to like other guys from back in the day, from my friends, because I was like, they will notice that I'm going bald and maybe make a little bit of fun of me or say something. And I was not really feeling so secure about this. So I basically went on a lot of research. I did a lot of research and I came across Alex. And this was really a turning point in my journey. And it has really been great, actually. First, what I did was Alex had made a really beneficial workbook. And I bought it and I read it and I implemented some of the things in it. And I started to see a little bit of benefits. But what my situation complicated was that there were a lot of things that were influencing my uh, scalp and my hair growth. So basically, because I was losing my hair so fast, I did not have the time to research everything myself and trial and error, but I just wanted to be fast and get as best results as possible. Yeah, with help that is out there. So I was like, why wouldn't I reach out for help if it's there? And it's very beneficial for me, and it will save me a lot of time and energy. So I decided, yeah, to work with you, Alex, and yeah, basically from here on, we started to like address a lot of things to make sure I am able to start with achieving hair growth and enhancing my hair growth. And it has been, I think you can contest to this, you can, that it has been a difficult journey for me. Like there had been a lot of things that we have had to address and try out and change up before, yeah, like we could solve like issues. For example, in this picture right here, you see like some flakes. Like this was something that I experienced a lot, like a lot of different scalp problems. Like I would have flakes coming out of my scalp. I would have hair sheddings a lot. I would have a lot of tension in my scalp, and I would have a lot of itching. And this itching, it was very annoying, and I was like continuously, yeah, I had to itch, and it just did not feel like really nice. And as well, the flakes, they were like in my hoodie, in my clothing, at my desk, everywhere I could see those flakes. And yeah, so we started gradually to work on it, and it started to decrease. So yeah, that was really great actually, and I started to at least have trust in that there is more, that there is hope for me, that I can actually regrow my hair, and I don't have to take a transplant, because I did not really want to take a hair transplant. So yeah, basically we found direction, and because I was taking finasteride in the past, but I was not able to take it on long term because of those very bad side effects, like I mentioned before, like the gynecomastia, the prostate issues, and yeah, these were not issues that I was able to cope with for the rest of my life. I did not want that, so I stopped it. So basically, what we basically did is we set up the fundaments that I had to use to make sure I can achieve more hair growth and the hair growth I needed. Because in my situation, it is has been a long journey, but there has been a lot of research done and a lot of optimization done, and therefore I was able to actually recover my hair in a very short period of time. And that is something that is beneficial. If you are losing your hairs, you can regrow it if you act quickly. So definitely the factor of time is in play. So you have to act quickly to make sure that it will not get worse and worse, so the hair can grow back relatively faster. So yeah, basically we connected the dots, decided after the program was up, like I was good to go, and I knew a lot more than before. But basically, I went on a continuous journey of knowledge and trying to experience or to research new ways of addressing hair growth. And I basically found a lot of new ways on how DHT actually works, how the sensitivity related to the DHT really is integrated in your body, and what kind of different angles influence this. And there are so many things that we can't go into right now because it will just take too long that influence this sensitivity. And if you get it in order, it will allow for your hair to grow and even stay on your scalp for a very long time, even if you have a bald father or a bald mother or a bald grandfather, sorry. Then it is still possible to have like this hair because you know what causes you to be sensitive to this DHT molecule. Yeah. So basically, what I have done is I've made an approach that is necessary if you want to understand DHT sensitivity and how you can achieve hair growth. This approach I've called the soul-centered approach because it really is a approach that encapsulates all angles from life because it has a lot of different variables that influence how your hair looks, how it grows, and how long it will remain on your scalp. So, yeah, that's basically the approach that I have made, and it has been very beneficial. I'm helping other guys as well with this approach, and it is very inspiring for me to see like how much it actually changes the lives of people and how it really influences your scalp environment and overall the quality of your life. So really this approach, I use it personally, it helps me to grow beyond hair. Like it is more than just hair. Like hair is a very important thing, but if you grow beyond it, you will experience a lot more joy in your life. And that is basically what I was so happy to be able to develop. Because before, when I was losing my hair, there were times where I was depressed about it, when I was feeling sad about it. But as the time got on and got on, I knew how to deal with it better and better. And I just was so, yeah, really amazed by this approach that I was like, I want to share this with the other guys because there is a solution to hair loss and there comes so much more benefits with solving this problem. So that was really the main motivation for me of designing this program and really yeah, actually becoming a scholar of your own body. And that's actually what I want to teach to you guys. I want to teach the methodology that made me successful and happy and successful in my hair and in my daily life. And also happy because you will increase the quality of your life. So basically, what I want to do with you guys is like I would like to talk with you guys about like how I can help you to get to the results you want as fast as possible. Because, like I mentioned before, time is of a really big influence here. So you really want to act quickly and make sure you solve the problem as fast as possible and really start to look at what you should do to ensure that you feel happy again. Because, of course, losing hair is something that will cause you, yeah, it cause a lot of bad emotions. And that's why I'm so happy that I've been able to design this approach and now even are able to speak to you guys on Alex's platform about this because Alex yeah, has seen some of the parts of the program as well. And I think he also, but I want maybe him to speak a bit about it himself, but he would be yeah, very content about the program as well, I think. So yeah, Alex, is there maybe anything that you want to address about regarding like what you have seen from the program and yeah, what your thoughts are about it?
Sure. Yes. Like what I want to kind of talk about is first of all, like before we dive into the programs that you're going to have, I want to kind of talk about what kind of things actually did happen for you during the time before reach out to me. You want to read around, but like during the time you actually had those issues. Could you tell a bit more about specifically what did happen for you regarding for some internal factors like
Yeah,
your gut health? Like, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point because I had like a lot of issues going on. For example, I yeah, when I got to the bathroom, like I had a lot of diarrhea when I went there, so that was not nice. I had a lot of bloating. I had a lot of gas when I was going to the through my daily life, and really to the point that it really got like annoying, and I was going to think like I should go to the doctor. And also that's maybe something funny else, like I want to mention to the audience as well, like when I started to lose the hair, I went to the doctor and I said, yeah, I am losing my hair, what should I do? And the doctor, she told me, like, shave all of your hair off and get a fake piece. And I was like, wow, this is very a strange advice. And basically that was something that I also experienced, like before I knew how to solve the problem.
When it comes to your like scalp itself, you said that it was laziness, a lot of dander. Like, like, could you tell a bit more about that one as well? Like, did it fluctuate? Did it change? Like, how did you start to connect the dots basically?
Yeah, like what kind of like started to influence my scalp were
Yes, correct.
lifestyle choices I made. Like, for example, I did certain things in the past that were very bad for my health, and such as like, and I don't recommend anyone doing this. And really, anyone that is doing this, I would really, try to stop with it because it will destroy your health. But I was smoking, and this was not good. I was eating a lot of foods that were very modified and very processed, and those really destroyed my gut microbiome. And basically, rebuilding this gut microbiome is a very important part of actually allowing your scalp to regrow. And even because when you make a lot of consistent bad life choices that will destroy your gut, which there can be a lot of, then your scalp, your hairs, they will pay the price. And so basically, it is really important to make sure like this is addressed. And even what pops into my mind is like one of the really important founding people in the medicinal world. He's called Hippocrates, and basically he said like if you eat when you are sick is to feed your illness. And basically that was what I was experiencing, because every time I would eat, for example, something, I would experience problems with my scalp. They got worse, and I was like, how can my food be connected? This is a bit weird. And I kind of like, it took a long time for me to actually sink in that there might be a connection to what I consume, what I put in my body, and what happens to my body. But when I started to connect those two, I started to see another new dimension into how I can actually address this hair issue. And this dimension is also, of course, integrated in the methodology that I have just called the soul-centered approach. So yeah, that's for sure another very important thing to be aware about, because yes, this can also influence the sensitivities you have in your body to DHT. And me being not able to take the finasteride, it was very important for me to make sure I address it from natural and holistic ways, so that I still am able to make sure that the DHT won't cause me to go bald, but I don't have to take finasteride. And that is something I don't take right now, which I'm very happy about, of course.
Like one thing is that I remember when you are in my program, regular program, is that you had a hard time to stick to the structure we had regarding diet, regarding diet plans that we have. And what you're actually teaching other guys now is that you have worked on making much more flexibility to foods, to the diet approach. Like, could you tell a bit more what things you have done and how this kind of differentiation between programs that you had when you are working with me and what you're doing now?
Yeah, for sure. That's a very important point, and I'm glad that like you noticed that and you mentioned it, because in the past, like my diet, I came from a point like I really started to enjoy food. I got overweight, but therefore I was accustomed to eating very delicious foods, such as hamburgers, for example, from the McDonald's, or French fries from the McDonald's, for example. But what I started to do is I started to find ways to make sure that I am losing a little bit of weight because I had to lose weight, but also to eat foods that don't cause me to shed. So that's not to say that I can't eat a hamburger anymore, but it is just to know which hamburger can I eat and which not. So there is, for me, was like a difference between the kind of foods that I was able to eat. And so what I have done is like basically I've looked at my own life and I've looked at what are the kinds of food I like to eat. For example, a cookie. I would bite a cookie at the grocery store, but what they do at the grocery stores, they do a lot of chemicals in it. So what I basically did is because I don't want these chemicals, I made a recipe for my own types of cookies that I can eat, and that will be less of a problem than the cookies with the chemicals from the supermarket. So basically, in this way, I try to systematically look at what a person likes to consume, what are the foods he really enjoys and wants to eat, and how can we incorporate it in your daily diet so that it will not be a reason for your hair to fall out, because that is something that is very, very likely that the food that you will eat will also influence what happens externally on your scalp, on your hair, and so on. So that's something that I really try to emphasize and focus on is a tailor-made food planning that is enjoyable and that is not actually a diet, but is just eating healthy and nice and delicious, but without being like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, I can do. No, we will fix that and we will make a path for you that will basically allow you to eat very delicious. Yeah.
Right, awesome. On other things that I remember that you mentioned from you kind of found time windows when you could have more, or for example, more like a bigger foods compared to other times. Right? Like, could you talk a bit more about that approach, or like a mechanic, or like how does it work?
Yeah, like because when I started to discover these new kind of dimensions, I started to find out like that it's not only what you eat, but also when you eat that makes the poison really, or the medicine. And in our case, we want to make sure like it is being a medicine and actually facilitating our hair growth. So therefore, at certain times, foods would be better to eat than at other times. And basically, this also goes back to that same custom-made tailor approach. So if you look at a person's life and see like what does he do on a daily basis, and how can we do certain things to make sure that when he eats, the food is digested in the best way possible. So, for example, at certain times, a certain type of sweet food, it will not cause a problem for me. But at another time, it can. So that is very, yeah, really complex and interesting to really think about how the time when you eat it will influence how your food is digested and in what environment are you eating. What is the relationship with the food when you're eating? Are you stressed out, for example, or are you? There are so many things that will influence how you metabolize, you digest your food. And because I was having so much diarrhea, I wanted to fix this because I did not, yeah, basically feel comfortable with my stomach, how it was going. I was having a lot of gas, I was having a lot of diarrhea and bloating. So really stacking up all those different things allowed me basically to fix this issue of bloating and of diarrhea. But now, right now, I don't have the problem anymore because I know what to do to make sure I don't have the problem. But yeah, that was basically something that was really important to understand. Like, if you eat this at this time, it will influence your gut, basically. Yeah.
When you, for example, nowadays, like let's say, for example, if you when you eat something like is your shedding also affected, or is it now fully under control? Like, for example, shedding and the hair cycle itself, like a little bit more about that part.
Yeah, right now it's fully under control, and I have really a deep understanding of my shedding phase or my growth phase or the hair phase in general. And I have even done like types of researches on the different factors that influence this phase. And basically, right now, I know what I can eat and when I should eat it to make sure it is functioning to the most optimum or of the goals that I want to achieve. So yeah, basically right now the shedding is under control. I do not experience any problems when I eat the foods. But like for example, of course, if I would go overboard and eat like you see some food challenges on the internet, like if I would eat 10,000 calories like of pizza and McDonald's and KFC together, yes, most likely I will experience a problem. But that's not something that I'm aiming to do right now. But I have basically found a way that I eat like very delicious foods. I love it. I don't feel like I'm starving myself. I'm having to follow this strict diet or anything. No, I'm just living my life, and I really love food. I love it when I'm eating. It's really one of the best moments of the day for me.
It's awesome. And when it comes to like basically the maintenance itself, like with the current approach you're having, are you able to have basically being able to kind of keep your scalp in a good shape as well? And you said the shedding is now fully under control, but how about the scalp environment? Like,
sure. Yeah, before I had this approach, I did not. It did cost me a lot of time because I did try a lot of different things and try to see how it react. And sometimes I got scalp problems, but now I've got my approach, and I basically know all the factors I have to do. So basically, I have a program. I just look at it. I see like I do this today. I do this today, and it doesn't take me like overall my scalp environment to. It does not take me more than 10 minutes at max, like to make sure like everything I do topically to yeah, make sure like the scalp environment is optimal. And that is like even if I do anything at all like at the day. But yeah, for example, certain types of masks I do certain times, and certain yeah, for example, just like every normal guy also shampoos, like you do like just a normal routine, and that's basically yeah it actually.
right, right.
Regarding the
All right.
external implementation.
Right, right. Yes. No, because what I want to can also show, like once again, I did try to find your before picture, but I definitely find right folder for it. But it is quite remarkable recovery you have been that's been made here compared to where things were before. Right, and your situation back then, you have having legs and a lot of diffuse thinning. Like what I kind of want to show you guys as well, like is a pattern of the hair loss Berend was having. Right? So this is a pattern that could look in a similar way to male pattern imbalance, but at the same time there are differentiations between male pattern imbalance. That's the way the hair have fallen out, the speed like the hair have fallen out, and the approach Berend is doing now is basically for someone who is having those issues, for example, gut health, digestion, scalp problems similar to Berend. So basically, the approach Berend is presenting here on our live stream today is definitely something that I would recommend for you guys to reach out to, because it is not just not only wellness that's happening here, but it is also like first of all, high DHT sensitivity because of those hormone factors. So this is arguably getting the problem. And so if you are having something this kind of similar here, hair loss patterns Berend is showing here, then definitely get in touch with Berend and check out what he's talking about here. So, and to show you some more of his before pictures, like thinning on the sides, for example, and having like a larger ball base. So this is not quite typical metal imbalance pattern. Another thing, Berend, like I want to ask you, like you mentioned in the beginning on the call, you talked about you consider hair transplant. Like, what was the reason you decided not to do hair transplant and actually try to solve this problem for yourself?
Yeah, when I was not sure, like how should I regrow my hair? Like I wanted to regrow it like as fast as possible. So I was like, if I just put on hairs where they are gone, they will grow fast, and I will just have fixed the problem. So yeah, I basically did a lot of research as well, like on different types of clinics and the process of like the hair transplant. And yeah, I basically found out like a lot of guys who had done a hair transplant, they said Well, after I did the hair transplant, the hair fell out again. And I was like, oh, well, if that will happen, that will be very frustrating for me because I don't want to go through because they call it the ugly duckling phase, like the phase when the new hairs are kind of growing out and it looks kind of weird, like the transplanted hair. And I was like, I don't want to go to that phase like a lot of times. So I was like, I want one solution and I want it to be permanent and I want the hairs to be there until I'm 40. Like, or at least like when I get a lot older, I still want to have like a crazy set of hair like yourself. Like no disrespect, but you're a little bit older and you still have like an amazing set of hair. So I was like, that is something that I want, like not like a hair transplant. And after 2 years, have to go back to Turkey to get more hairs on my transplant. So yeah, basically that really made me think like a lot of times about like how should I do this transplant? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And I basically decided first I will try everything else, and if it doesn't work, I will go. I will do a transplant. And really, like the program I took with you, like, and if it did not work, I would have taken a transplant. But from there, I started to find out like how to connect all these dots. What is DHT sensitivity? How does it influence us? And I was very happy and very fortunate, like to connect this all, and yeah, basically not need a transplant. And that's also like why I'm so happy and passionate to share this methodology with you, this approach with you, because it basically solves your hair loss, and you don't have to take the transplant. And yeah, the transplant, like I just mentioned before, there are so many cons to it.
Yes, no, like definitely agree with it, Berend, because if you have done a hair transplant, like then transplant most likely will fall out because of this online problems you're having. But it's like basically when there are, for example, issues internally or inflammatory problems, say hair transplant here, they are still sensitive to DHT, so like because of a lot of problems, diseases and sensitivity. So the donor area basically will get very limited because of it. Basically, what happens, procedure will most likely fail, or you will need to refill it frequently to keep the hair. So that's also is not a long-term solution. So solving this problem for yourself is definitely a right choice for you, Berend. Another thing I want to ask you, like, with the current approach that you're doing for yourself now, so you are basically helping other guys this doing, like, how is your hair growth itself? Like, do you still see more and more values here developing? Like, do you see more possibility for more regrowth in upcoming months for you with your current approach? Like, you tell me more about it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm so excited. Like I am seeing so much regrowth on my scalp right now. Like I actually think like I will be able to get back like to even like maybe like better than when I was like in my early teens or in my early 20s and in my late teens. So yeah, I'm really seeing like a lot of growth, and it's really going very fast as well. I'm seeing vellus hairs, I'm seeing darker hairs, and they're becoming longer and longer. So yeah, it's basically very happy, and I'm yeah actually kind of proud as well to see like those hairs actually growing. Like after all those research, all those hours I have to put in to find out what works, how to achieve it, and then it actually is working. Yeah, that is something that is rewarding, and yeah, you feel like very comfortable about also like in your relationship with other people. You maybe you have a relationship or whatnot, you will feel more comfortable, and also like in your professional life with your business partners, for example, you will feel more comfortable basically. So yeah, it is something that really enhanced the quality of my life basically, and that is something yeah that I'm very excited to even see increase any yeah further really. Yeah.
Right, all right. And like one thing I want to also like share here is that, like, since you have made a YouTube channel, right? Because it's not basically something that other guys can look to see more progress from. Because if you start to make the videos on a regular basis, and basically they will see future progression of your hair itself, and plus they can also follow you and see what things you have been doing and changing in upcoming months regarding your treatment, and of course you are having Could you share like your channel credentials, like on the chats for the guys who want to basically follow you, possibly and see what things you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm very happy to share my journey with you guys. And I'm my channel name is Berend Growth Coach, and I'm basically sharing lifestyle tips and tricks and how to address your your scalp, how to achieve hair growth, how to really just enhance the quality of your life. And I've just started out, and I'm trying to really help you guys and provide like the value I want to add to you guys to the via this channel, because there is so much quality of life that is to be increased if you know what to do. So that's something that I am dedicating my channel to provide that to you, and really make it a place where like-minded people can just really check out like how can we achieve this growth together, how can we enhance the quality of our life. And that's basically what the soul-centered approach is all about. And yeah.
Right. Could you add it in the chat so I can share it with you, so everyone can see it?
I am just starting out, guys, so I still have to get a bit more content out there, but I'm planning on pushing a lot of content out there for you guys to benefit from. But for right now, like if there's anything upfront you want to ask, you can also schedule a call with me, and we can really start to go into it directly, because I still have to put out the content and edit the videos and stuff. But I am planning on doing that, but it will take a lot of time, because I also do other things, of course. But if you want to make sure like you go and fix the problem directly, you can also schedule a call with me so we can start to work immediately, which of course is important if you are losing your hair right now and you want to fix it as soon as possible.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm now adding your link. You guys can schedule calls with you as well. The chat. So this is a link for Berend. Let's see. Yes, Berend, I don't have any more questions. I think I addressed most of the things. I can check out the chat and see if there is some questions from the guys who have been attending this live stream if they've been asking.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. I see some of you are surprised in the beginning of the call. Actually, it showed Berend, not me. So. All right. By the way, Berend, regarding finasteride shreds, on time you did take finasteride, like how was your did it help with your shedding, for example, when you did take finasteride, like for that short time you did?
Yeah, this was something like I read as well, like probably you will lose more hair when you take finasteride. So basically I was mentally prepared to start losing hairs when I would take finasteride. But what actually happened was it got beyond like what I was expecting. There was so much hair falling out when I was taking finasteride that I was counting like every day, like, is it getting less? Is it getting less? Is it getting less? And it continued and it got worse and worse. Like at one time it got so bad, like if I would go in one brush over my scalp, I would see new bald patches come. I would have like entire plucks of hair coming out. And this was at the time of me starting the initial phase of getting accustomed to the finasteride. So yeah, I experienced it a lot, and I took it up until like I found you, and I was like, okay, I put my trust away from the finasteride. I put it in your program now because I need more solutions. This is not working for me, so I stopped it. I got rid of the gynecomastia, the other problems, and that was great that I got away with that. So basically, I did experience a very bad increasing shed and side effects from the finasteride, but after that, I was very happy. Looking back at it now, that I know what is DHT sensitivity, how does it relate to hair loss, how do we fix it, and do we even have to take this finasteride? And basically that was my horror journey with finasteride, really.
Right. Yes. No. Thanks for sharing, Berend, and it was awesome to have you basically here today and hear what progress you have made both with your here since we also with things you are teaching other guys regarding approach regrowing. You may notice you hear from what Berend told on this call, and that you may also have been experiencing some basic approach Berend is doing can be something that can work for you as well. So like Finasteride, for example, I do take Finasteride myself, and I have a lot of benefits from it, right? But it's again, it's not the right approach for everyone. Right? So for some of you may have, for example, other causes, you have asked nutritional factors, other internal factors, right? And basically, you will see similarities to what Berend has been experiencing in this situation, his recovery. So then, like they check out what Berend has to offer and see if it is a good fit for you. So yeah, Berend, anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, I want to address I want to thank you first of all. Like it's been great working with you and talking to you, and I really want to emphasize, guys, for you listening, if you take Finasteride and you have any type of these experiences and you don't feel like you are solving your hair loss by taking Finasteride, you should reach out to me because we need to fix the problem. Because Finasteride will not solve the problem if you have similar problems like I have, and we will solve them. So don't hesitate, just reach out and we will start to make sure to regrow your hair as soon as possible. Yeah.
All right, awesome, Berend. So once again, thanks for attending, thanks for sharing, and I look forward to basically hearing more success regarding your own hearing growth as well, but also the success of working with this and helping other guys who have similar issues that you are having.